Hello, beautiful people. I just want to take a second to apologize to Chelsea. I'm very sorry that our friendship has come to this. I'm very sorry for not being the effective communicator that I wanted to be. And most importantly, I'm extremely sorry for the pain that I've caused you. Nothing I can say will remedy that. And to everyone else, I'm sorry I let you down. I do hope, though, you will give me the grace to grow and learn from this opportunity. Or not being the effective communicator that I wanted to be.
I may be pregnant with your child, and you are apologizing for your communication. I have an ache that lives deep in my womb, Lance. And sometimes I just cry from my soul about it. And I sent you so many messages opening up to you about that. You knew. You knew. You fucking knew! You fucking knew. I never would have opened up my body that intimately to you. With the trauma that gives me anxiety attacks, my anxiety that manifests in my stomach and I puke. From that trauma, I still puke. I still feel nausea multiple times enough from the anxiety and the trigger responses from that experience. And you knew the whole time. Don't you dare try to apologize for your communication. Why don't you apologize for taking advantage of my vulnerability to get in my pants? You knew I never would have ever slept with you without a condom had I known what was going on. I found out on TikTok. Lance. That was made up by a jealous neo-Nazi. Lance would never do this. This is not what he's being accused of, and I would appreciate it if everyone stopped spreading this rumor explicitly. Lance violated my body in a way I didn't consent to. I did not consent to unprotected sex with multiple partners. There is no way that he could have misinterpreted my intentions with him. I was explicit. I had been learning Navajo for him. I had bought lingerie for us months ago for me to wear for him. I had bought him gift cards for Christmas, all for him to buy things for us when we're together. This was extremely romantic and extremely personal and extremely vulnerable for me. And I was taken advantage of in that trust in a way that I just didn't consent to. I did not consent to that sex. I didn't. I don't know if that legally makes it assault, and I don't want to say that it does, because that's an accusation I'm not prepared to level against someone. But Lance Sosi, Lance J. Sosi, you knew full well how invested in you I was. I bought tickets to see you twice. And every time you canceled, I kept supporting you and just holding you during all your dark times. And you know it, and you kept telling me how happy I made you. And later on in the 6 months, a couple times you'd started wondering about. It was later on. It wasn't in the beginning. It was later on. It was a couple months before I saw you. I told you no. I told you no, and you knew how much you meant to me. And we could have talked about it later. I did not consent to that weekend as we had. I didn't. That is the violation of trust that I'm talking about. As he also misrepresented what he was doing to another woman. He told her that I was perfectly okay with polyamory while I wasn't. He knew I wouldn't be, and he told her I was. This is lies and manipulation. This is what he's being accused of.
So this is really bad. If you saw Chelsea's video about Lance, you know exactly what happened to me because our stories are identical. Up to exactly the same situation of me flying out there and having unprotected sex with him after he told me he hadn't had sex with anybody else and denied me informed consent. It's really fucked up. And I do want to be so clear that the rumors about him online that white supremacist Nazis have spread are not true. None of that is true. That is false. I'm not endorsing any of that. But he is a liar and he is a manipulator. And I told him I wouldn't do this. I told myself I wouldn't do this. But I am doing this because this is insane. This is fucked up. It's been months. And this is so much worse than I thought. The thing is, I know I won't be getting a gentle glow, emotionless apology video. I know that for a fact. So then when I woke up this morning and saw his video first apologizing to her, my heart sank. Absolutely sank. Because that's when I knew this wasn't just me and the girl that he posted the video with the other day, but that there was somebody else, and it was bad enough that he made a public apology. And I know I won't be getting that same public apology. Informed consent does fucking matter. And what makes that whole situation even worse is the fact that when him and I had sex, I almost had to go to the ER because I had a ruptured ovarian cyst, which is what it is. That happens. I realize that. But apparently, he went and told her that some girl he slept with, it was so good with her that he ruptured an ovarian cyst. He bragged about me to her weeks after it happening, playing it off like it had happened a while ago. As I'm literally waiting for my period and took multiple pregnancy tests because I didn't know, because I was uncertain. I went and got tested because I didn't know. And
it has been brought to my attention that my followers have been harassing an Indigenous woman who was seen on Lance Sosey's profile. And they've been throwing around rumors that she is this woman that he had been seeing. Do you not realize if she was also a victim? You fucking dipshits. And in my name, you put women against women against women. What the fuck? You don't do that for me because you like me. Why, because I'm a white lady you like? You go attack other women? What the fuck? What the fuck? Look at yourself. I had no idea this was going on. Apparently it's happened multiple times in my name and I had no idea. Leave her alone. Apparently it's happened multiple times. I had no idea. Stop. Leave her the fuck alone. And in fact, if you don't follow her now, go follow her right now. And you sit there and you be quiet and you watch her content and you learn from her.
Yeah, right. And the next time you call me a sex offender, make sure you put registered in front of it.
You see, what we're not going to do is run around spreading misinformation. The conversation that you're taking way out of context to justify this post is ridiculous. Small and I were having a conversation regarding the terrible rumors that racist white supremacists were spreading about me. They were spreading those rumors and using her as a pawn. The drama was addressed last week.
No. See, what we're not gonna do is we're not going to downplay the situation. We're not gonna gaslight the victim of this situation. We are not gonna pretend that this wasn't a romantic relationship and it was just a friendship. We're not gonna pretend that the problem is you're a crap communicator, That's not what we're gonna do. We're also not going to take advantage of someone's vulnerability. We're also not going to trick them into thinking that we are in a committed, consensual relationship and not a so-called polyamorous relationship. By the way, it wasn't polyamory, it was cheating. That's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna do any of that. So until you give Chelsea a genuine apology, I don't think you have any room to talk.
I've watched and respected you for the last year. And what you did to Chelsea puts everything you've said into question. Because you've called out people for doing what you did as having a colonizer mindset. So that makes you an extreme hypocrite. You took advantage of her. How many other people have you taken advantage of? How many people have you lied about? How can anybody believe anything you say now? Your apology was weak. You didn't apologize for doing what you did. You apologized for her misunderstanding you. That's not all men, right? Do better, Lance. Have the day you deserve, colonizer.
Take 2 on my thoughts regarding Modern Warrior, because the first one has been in review for 3 hours. I want to make one thing clear. There's some pretty dangerous rhetoric being thrown around that is not helpful to the discourse, and I 100% condemn any racist comments, any anti-Indigenous comments being made. And that being said, I stand behind Aunt Karen 100% with regards to her discussion on informed consent. If you're misinforming people to gain their consent, it is not consent. It might not be illegal, but it is fucking shady. And that is not something that any man should be okay with if you know that it's happening to women. And I mean, I have a daughter, and I shouldn't have to have a daughter to care about this, but I would not be okay with that being done to her. I stand with women. On my page, we stand with women. Women like Chelsea have spoken up. This is not a gotcha moment. This is sad. This is disappointing, and men need to shut the hell up.